Hey, it's Game Hydra. We're talking about ResQRush today. It's a new, cute army-based tower defense type of game. So we're going to give you some tips, tricks, strategies, and redeem codes. So stay tuned. We got some good stuff for you. All right. So as you beat chapters, you got prizes to claim. Some of them show up here on this main screen. This wobbling box is an example of that. You got loot, including dossiers, which can be used to recruit. And then over on the maps area, you got even more of them. Now, the second one will show up when you perfect clear a certain stage. So, for example, stage 3-2, you perfect clear that. You can actually go back and perfect clear other ones that you may not have beaten yet, if you want to do so. And doing that is a pretty good way to get some extra rewards in this game. All you gotta do is tap one of the ones that you have already beaten, like this, and then perfect clear it. So let's go ahead and play that. I'll show you how to deal with stages that have a lot of flying enemies and ground enemies as well. And in the process, we're going to perfect clear this one fairly easily, probably. So with ground enemies, there's a different set of the soldiers that are more effective. Just waiting to level up here so we can go over that a little bit. Cannoneers, for example, are effective against ground types, but not air types. Mechas, those are the last one to unlock in the game. So if you're not at the point where you've unlocked the last slot yet, it's a mecha. I don't really like them too much because they have very short range, but they can do some splash damage to ground troops. However, they do nothing to air troops. Riflemen, you can shoot air troops with it, and air troops are coming later, so I am going to upgrade the rifleman and let this guy attack. Unfortunately, there is no automatic attack, no manual attack in this game. It's all automatic. Zapper, tanker, and howitzer, those are all ground only. I'm going to go with the tanker because it is one of only 2 legendaries I have, the other being the sniper. We got 3 more slots with which we can summon more dudes. And the Rocketeer is effective against air types. Matter of fact, the Rocketeer is the only splash damage dealer against air types. The M Gunner, you could argue it's splash damage adjacent because obviously the machine gunners use their suppressive fire in a spray pattern, but they do fire only 1 bullet apiece. However, machine gunners also effective against air troops. So what else we got? 20% shot delay, 35% rocket damage. Let's go with that. Normally, I would pick the tanker for this one because it has insane attack power anyways, but we're going to prepare for more helicopters to show up. Now, for stages where it's all ground troops, my ideal loadout is the tankers, the zappers, because they do massive amounts of damage, and beyond those 2, I like the howitzers because they can target enemies and do a lot of explosion damage. Ooh, we got the sniper. Sniper's effective against air troops. And matter of fact, normally I don't like sniper type of characters in games like this, but in this game, the sniper is very effective. You can use the pause menu to keep an eye on how much the average DPS is for each one of your different troop types. Obviously, this will change depending on upgrade levels and as they stick around longer, but the DPS per second doesn't change as much as the total DPS does. Let's go with a Prime Sniper upgrade again, because my goal in this one is to have all 4 different types All right, one more rifleman is to have all 4 different types of air beaters, troops that are strong against air troops. There's number 4, the machine gunner. The machine gunner doesn't have a whole lot of range, but for when troops get pretty close, he is pretty effective. So who do we want out of this? Let's go machine gunner again. 100% suppression duration. That'll be nice if enemies get too close. So tap and hold to see the range of your characters. Obviously, the sniper's got pretty good range. Deploys 1 more sniper. Rifleman, almost as good. Rocketeer, same as the rifleman. Tanker, a little bit shorter. So we're going to kind of sit and let our sniper do the work. Whenever the sniper upgrade for energy bullets shows up, take it. 80% more penetration damage. It's hard to argue with. Also, I would say the most effective common upgrade that shows up is the upgrade to deploy 1 more of the same troop. Now we got 3 snipers. 1 sniper was already dealing enough damage. Now 3 snipers is dealing large amounts of damage. All right, Talon Rocketeer, Prime Tanker, Prime Sniper. Let's go. Let's keep upgrading the sniper because it's already ridiculously overpowered. Maybe not ridiculously, but a little overpowered. That's you can see what the average DPS is doing there. So arguably the sniper has been most effective right now, but it may be different for you depending on what your rarity levels for these type of guys are. And we'll go over how to get more prime troops just a little bit later. All right, reload time. Probably going to be 1 more boss in this level, and it's probably going to be an air-based boss. Let's go 1 more Rocketeer, because nobody's really been getting close enough to have the machine gunners affect them. But as you get into the tougher levels and your machine gunner finds more targets, give them more upgrades, especially adding more machine gunners to your to their spot. What do we want? Prime Tanker, Rifleman, Sniper. Let's go. 50% more bullet damage for the sniper. That's pretty hard to argue with. And the more of these helicopters show up, the more effective the snipers will be. 1 more rifleman. All right, let's do it. Now let's see what the DPS is looking like with these crowd of helicopters, and sniper has taken a commanding lead. All right. Sniper again, because the tanker, I don't really care at this point. Now, typically, these ones that target air types can also be pretty effective against ground types. However, the ones that target specifically ground types will be totally useless against air types. Kind of the irony there. Rocketeer upgrade. You see where it says ×1 up there. Unfortunately, you gotta do the VIP purchase in order to claim ×2 speed. But if you do that, then it makes grinding on this level a much quicker process. Rocketeer, reload time down. Let's see. Another boss is defeated. Pause again. You can see that the Prime Sniper has even more of a commanding lead. Part of this is due to the Prime Sniper's very large range. Part of this is due to the sheer quantity of helicopters that the sniper bullets are hitting, combined with the damage that they deal. All right. So that is the loot. We are perfect cleared. We're going to tap that prize. And we got it. All right. Nope, not again. Let's check out some other stuff. For example, upgrading the units. Actually, you know what? Let's go to recruiting the units first. Now, Ace Recruit, every 30 of them, you get a Prime unit. Novice Recruit, every 30 you get an Elite unit. What you might not know, though, is you can still get Prime recruits, or Prime troops from Novice Recruits. 0.5% chance to upgrade, to obtain a Prime unit. 3.5% chance to obtain an Elite unit. 10% to obtain a Talon. 18% to obtain a Rook. Now, I'm apparently, luck is on my side with this one because, strangely enough, my Prime tank came from doing Novice Recruits, not Ace Recruits. That's why my number's at 30, because it reset after I got it. Now, what are the chances for the Ace Recruit? Not that. 4% chance for a Prime unit. 3% chance, actually different percent chances for Prime shards. 9% chance for Elite unit. 30% chance for Talons. 43% chance for Rooks. So overall, the Ace Recruit has higher chances for all of them. Let's give it a shot here. Pity +1 each time you miss the target. Let's go with the Prime Rifleman, because he's the guy that's there the longest and tends to be pretty effective anyways. Now, when you get duplicate versions of these dudes, you'll get shards, which can then be used to star them up. Let's go Novice Recruit. Nothing but shards, baby. You know what? Let's do 3 more. What the heck? So that is what we got. We're going to tab over to the units area. Some of these dudes we're going to be able to star up. Let's tap the Talon Rifleman. Go over to star up. And we have enough to star them up by 1. So that'll increase the hit points a decent amount. Upgrade, obviously that will increase the level. The level is capped out by breakthrough levels. Now, you need assault rifle modules to break through your guys. You can get more of those in the Plains Ambush, Dungeon, Story Mode, or Razor Ops. Feature not available. And then, of course, Story Mode is the standard mode. Now, typically, starting at around level 10, you'll have a breakthrough that you have to do before you can make it to the next level. However, that breakthrough gives you pretty nice stats. But don't forget to star up all your guys. Class skill, you tap that. It says what the skill is, but there's no real reason for it to have that red exclamation point. Hit quick equip when applicable. Now you can also boost specific pieces of equipment. Hit the enhance button, and this doesn't enhance the equipment slot. This just enhances the one piece of equipment. So as soon as you end up getting equipment of a higher rarity, which is pretty frequent, this will probably become useless even when it's enhanced. So try to keep your enhancements to blue, purple, or orange pieces of equipment. That will be epic, legendary, and mythic. And then quick equip, obviously, gives each character the strongest available equipment. See here, this one will be good to enhance because it's a higher rarity. All right, so those are the primary ways to upgrade your guys. There's no chips or anything that is in similar games like this. Over in the raid area, you start off with the Plains Ambush and hit the info button. No, not the info button. That shows the rules. look at the splash image to see what the prizes are. And you can see there's a different kind of summon that unlocks a little bit later in the game. That red dossier will get you that better kind of summon. Let's see. And then the base, most important thing here to me is the mess hall, because then you can claim a whole bunch of different goodies. Like this, each one of which gives you more energy or stamina. Go here and claim this even when you are not planning on playing that day, because you can simply stockpile energy and then play endlessly whenever you want to. Over in the vault, if you see an exclamation point here, that means that you can summon a new character using the shards that you got. So we're going to use that. And we got a Talon howitzer over it. Out of it, I mean. Which for us is new. Our howitzer guy was on the Rook level, surprisingly. Our last Rook troop. Now we're going to use Elite shards. What do we got? Elite Rocketeer. That's another upgrade. So be sure to go there. Use the shards that you get from recruiting. And then go over here and equip your new guys. We got the Elite Rocketeer, Talon howitzer, and both of those I use very frequently. So this is actually an excellent upgrade to have. And then over in the commander area, this art looks like AI slop. You can get new talents. This is one of the many ways to upgrade. So once the game throws you a hard level, go here because it's actually fairly easy to forget about. And star up the commanders, even unlock new commanders when you get a chance. Now, how do you obtain them? Depends on the commander. Let's see. Iris. Same thing. Yeah, primarily it's in-app purchases. They're going to allow you to unlock new commanders. All right. Oh, let's show you how to get some redeem codes going. So tap on your avatar in the top left corner of the screen. Settings. By the way, you can also change the FPS in order to stop your phone from losing battery life. And tablet adaptation. That changes the zoom level of things that are on the screen. So if you turn that off, it goes back to phone adaptation. Strangely enough, I'm recording this on a phone, and it was on tablet adaptation to start with. So, code, and you can enter your redeem code here. We are going to try some codes. All right, ready to try some codes. First one, whatever the hell this means. Did it go? Oh, I accidentally hit cancel. Dear Lord. Not working. ResQRush 88. Item redeemed. Rush is ready. 2025. Let's try that in all caps. Oh, still missing. Okay. I think I typoed that last one. Rush ready 2025. Missing. All caps again. And it worked. So any code that you find in this game, you have to, or that you see elsewhere, you're going to have to put it in the case that it is given to you in. Uppercase, lowercase, what the hell ever. And then this code, ResQRush OB, is live. Item redeemed. And while I'm here, I'm going to try a couple codes that show up frequently in games that I do. VIP 777, missing. 666, missing. 2025. For some reason, a lot of developers like to put codes in here that start with VIP. Let's go to the mailbox. Gift code rewards. Surprise packs. And Fang shards. I didn't even know Fang was a rarity. So, yeah, I guess we can get some extremely rare folks. And lots of summons. So, be sure to keep looking for these Fang dudes. And for more Fang shards so that you can make a Fang hero. Anyways, this is Game Hydro. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And let us know what other videos you might want to see about ResQRush.